Trends can be something of a jungle to navigate through. So in this video, we are talking about autumn trends that will never go out of style, just to make it a little bit easier for you. But first of all, I should say hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Marleen and I am a personal stylist. Here on my channel, I focus on all things plus size fashion. So if that's for you, make sure to smash that subscribe button in the corner. Trends, because there are so many of them and because they come and go so fast, it can be one of those things in our wardrobes that can be really overwhelming. None of us want to look out of date, of course, but none of us really, I'm guessing, want to nor / have the money to keep up with all the trends. Personally, in my wardrobe, I'm more of a dress to my body shape, my personal aesthetic kind of gal. And in fairness, most of the clients that I work with as well are pretty much the same. We want a classic, timeless wardrobe and then add in a few trends so we're still up to date, but without having to exchange our entire wardrobe every single year. So hence why I decided to compile a little list of the trends that I have for you today. They are autumn trends. You can obviously mix and match them in with the rest of the year as well if you want to, but autumn trends that will never go out of style. Let's get stuck into it. Clipboards at the ready because I have a little list of 8 autumn trends that I feel will never go out of fashion. We are starting off with the first one, which is fine knit tops. A fine knit top is just one of those classic elegant pieces. It is a fantastic piece to have hanging in your wardrobe because they work with so many things. They come in an array of colors, so many different styles, and at so many different price points as well, which I absolutely love. Now, whether you like the turtleneck, the crew neck, the V-neck, etc., it doesn't really matter. Find the one that suits your body shape. Pick the colors that works for your personal aesthetic and for your wardrobe, and you can have that piece hanging for years. Now, for me personally, there's also the aspect of a fine knit is the fact that I'm an apple shape. I have a large chest, so wearing a chunky knit doesn't really suit me because I am top heavy. If I wear something thick and bulky on top, I'll just look bigger. So for those of us who are top heavy, if you are an inverted triangle or an apple shape like me, wearing a fine knit over a chunky knit will suit your body shape far, far better. They are fantastic at layering pieces as well as giving us that option of the warmth without the bulk. So a classic timeless piece that goes with everything in your wardrobe, go for a fine knit top. Dark wash denim is one of those things, again, that will never go out of style. Now, of course, like any other trend, you can adapt it to what is the latest in the fashion industry at the moment. Denim has been around forever, and I know the style changes all the time. Currently, we are seeing the more straight leg, we are seeing the boot cut and the flares coming back a little bit. But personally, I would say buy a pair that works for your body shape, not just for what is the latest fashion. If a skinny jean is what suits you the best, work with it. Buy a pair that is smooth, no distressing on, just in that dark wash, and you can make them work for everything. You can update any look by just working with the pieces that suit your personal body shape. And in that dark wash denim, you'll never go wrong. They will never be out of style. I'm sure my next item will come as no surprise to anyone, but it is the black blazer. You will never go wrong with a black blazer. Again, get the one that suits your personal body shape. Once you have one that fits your body perfectly, we can make it work from trend to trend. Now, what I mean by that is you've all seen my black blazer. I absolutely love it. I've worn it to death. But at the moment, it is the cinch-in waist that is really hot in the fashion world. I don't want to go and invest in a blazer with a cinch-in waist because in 5 minutes, it's not going to be trendy anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my trusty belt. Simply just pop a belt over the blazer and I have that cinched-in waist, which is so fashionable. But once a cinch-in waist is no longer in fashion, I can take the belt off and I still have a perfect blazer. It is working with the trends. It is incorporating the basic classic pieces that we have that makes them trendy. And again, as I said, if you shop for your body shape, you will never go wrong with those pieces. They will never go out of style. The same really goes for my next piece because it is the classic trench coat. Trench coats are, again, a hot thing in the fashion world for the autumn and winter, but I kind of think that a trench coat in this season is kind of on point every year, really. Yes, again, the style changes. Again, right at the moment, we're seeing this oversized look with the cinched in waist. It is not a look for me personally. I prefer the more classic look. So that's what I'm going for. But again, if I can start out with that classic trench coat, if I wanted to get that cinched in waist, I could do that. And I could add a set of temporary shoulder pads to get that extra volume on the top if that's what I wanted to. Again, keeping that classic piece that works for my body shape, and then I can make it work to the trends. And that naturally leads me to the next point, because belts. Belt is another of those things that will never go out of style. Again, the type of belt that we're supposed to wear will change from year to year, and that's absolutely okay. But again, and you've seen a trend going on here in what I'm saying. Find the pieces that works for your body shape. Me personally, I don't wear a belt that's too wide because I don't have much of a waist. So if I fill up that little space with a belt, it's just not going to work for me. A belt that is too slim will just get lost on my big belly. So I need kind of like a medium width of a belt. Again, it's working with my body shape, using those classic pieces to work with the trends. If I wanted to make that cinched in waist that we were talking about on the blazer and the trench coat, I can take my classic timeless belt, simply just pop it around my jacket, and voila, I'm in on that so-called trend. So again, I'm repeating myself here. Use those classic timeless pieces to work with the trends and make them work for you. But again, the timeless classic pieces is what's going to make sure that things never go out of style. Scarves are next on my list. And no, I don't think scarves will ever really go out of style, to be honest with you, because not only are they extremely practical, they're also a necessity for most of us, depending on the weather, really. However, I think it often lies in how we wear those said scarves, whether or not it kind of looks trendy or not. I think for many, many years, we were wearing those circle scarves. They were just like one big circle. You put it over your head and they kind of worked as a hood as well. I kind of think we're kind of putting them to the side and we're just going for a more drapey look this year. But that is very easy to achieve if, again, you have the basic classic pieces in your wardrobe. Personally, I go for the block colors. I have quite a selection of scarves actually, and I've gotten mine all quite affordable as well, because they do come at loads of different price points. But a scarf will never go out of style. So if you invest in the pieces that are timeless and classic, again, you can mix and match. And it's one of those things, in my personal opinion, that can be found on a budget, as I was saying, but where you can go for. So should the design be the one that is on trend at that one given year, then it can be affordable option to add that trend to your wardrobe. Knee-high boots is next on the list. And again, it's one of those things, if you invest in a classic timeless piece, it will never go out of style. Yes, the style changes in the trends from year to year, and that's okay. But if you have yourself a classic piece that works perfect for your personal aesthetic and your personal wardrobe, it will never be out of style. This year, we're seeing the utilitarian kind of boots, the military style, and we're seeing a cowboy boot. Personally, I'm not going to invest in either of those trends because I don't actually wear knee-high boots all that terribly much. They're a great staple to have in my wardrobe. I do wear them with certain outfits every autumn, but they're not my go-to kind of shoes. I still want to have them. I still have that classic look, and I've had them for years, and they're still working perfectly. They will never go out of style again if you just go for the ones that work for your body shape and you go for that classic elegant style. Last on my list is the pointy toes shoes. Pointy toes will never go out of fashion no matter what the trends dictate, because a pointy toe is a classic timeless piece. Like all the other pieces in this video, for a long time it was the square nose that was the hottest trend. We are seeing more of a rounded toe at the moment, especially in the ballet flats. But at the moment you're having that pointy toe as well, going on the kitten heels, which are a huge trend for the autumn and winter time. However, if you stick to those classic timeless pieces, you can mix and match it with more affordable options, should you wish, if you want more of those trendy looks. But by having those classic pointy toes, they'll never go out of style. As I'm sure you might have noticed while watching this video, the pieces that I recommend for autumn trends that would never go out of style is classic, timeless, and elegant pieces. By working with those pieces, by having that foundation in your wardrobe, you can very easily build yourself some trendy looks if you should wish to do so. However, a very easy and quick way to update your look if you do wish to be a little bit more so-called trendy is to follow the colors of the season. Now, the color for autumn and winter 23/24 is actually red. pure coincidence that I'm wearing it today. But red is the color of the season at this given moment. Gray is the second color of the season. And if you wanted to, you could invest in a couple of pieces because they are two classic colors, mix and match them with the pieces that you have already. You're good to go. You have that trendy, updated look already. This could easily be done in something as simple as a few accessories. It could be done with a simple t-shirt, basic t-shirt, etc., pair of shoes, whatever your preference is. But if you work with the colors of the season, you can very quickly update those classic timeless pieces that you have in your wardrobe. Jewellery is another very quick way you can update your look if you want to add a few more trendy pieces. Big, bold jewellery seems to be the thing here for the autumn and winter time. Again, a play on those artisan pieces. They're really handmade, really personal, individual style pieces. We saw a lot of that on the runway. However, I will say all the dainty jewellery that you normally wear, this is where I would personally invest my money in good quality. And then for those bigger, bolder pieces that is only for the trends, I would go to the more affordable outlets and I will buy some of those trendy pieces there. So that's another way that you can quickly add a touch of either the color or the statement pieces, etc., that we're seeing for this season, while you can still invest in the classic elegant pieces for everyday wear. Now that we have compiled a list of autumn trends that would never go out of style, it is time for some outfit inspiration. And I've created a video showing you just that. I will link it for you right here. You can press on that next and pop over and watch that. But that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.